Hey guys, it's Shiro here, and today we'll be looking at the gameplay between Team Entity and Tundra Esports. This is a Dota 2 tournament called DPC in the Europe division. As we can see, a few of these players are not new faces, and all of them are really talented players. We have Toby on this side of team and Chrysalis. They are both popular players in the pro scene. All of these other players are really high rank as well. But anyway, let's look into the draft. Is looking at the banning phase is nothing unusual to see these heroes getting banned, like the Shadow Demon, Hoodwink, IO, and also Omni-Knight. Especially Omni-Knight, which this hero has been really OP, in my opinion, since the last patch. Team Entity decided to go for DP as their first pick, which is okay since DP doesn't really has much counter and definitely is a great teamfight hero. Next up, we have a Huskar pick by Team Entity, which is also not surprising because the hardest counter for this hero is Ban, which is the AA, Ancient Apparition. I think that when there's no counter for this hero, he eventually get unstoppable at some point in the game. Without further ado, let's get into the gameplay. Looking at the draft, I think that Team NDD has a better draft than Tundra because these heroes are really strong in the early game, such as DP, Lena, and Huskar. They can take towers really quickly. While on the Tundra side, they have TA who needs a ton of farming and comes online only in later in the game. If Team NDD have a good start, they definitely can take this game pretty easily. Next up, we'll only look at the major team fight of this game. Let's jump ahead to minute 20. 24 minutes into the game, we have TA leading the net worth. I think the item choice is a bit questionable because he doesn't go into BKB despite the Team Entity having a ton of controls. Monkey is killed in this team fight. I think that's not a big deal because Saksa is playing Monkey as a support in this game. Seems like Weaver is getting killed here. Can they do it? Yes, they can. At this point in the game, Team Tundra is actually leading the net worth by 2000 gold, which is okay. Let's jump into later in the game where they smoke and jumps onto Lena. A great save by Fishman. They get control of the Sand King. The gank failed by Tundra. They immediately get back. At this point, they are still leading by 7k gold. But I'm still standing on Team's NDD side because I think that they have better potential in the late game as well. Let's look at the major team fight on the rest of the game. We'll jump to minute 40. Now TA is still leading network, but he's saving his goal for the buyback. Buyback is really important in the late game because one team fight can change the game regardless of whether if you are leading or not. I think this is where the last team fight happens and decide who wins the game. Let's fast forward. The fight begins. Great escape by Sun King. They use all their skills. Seems like Team Entity is getting ahead of the team fight. The 3 cores of Tundra Esports is killed. And I think this is where the game ends. Overall, I think it's not surprising that Team Entity took this game because their drafting is much better compared to Tundra Esports. Drafting plays an important part in Dota 2. A good drafting can already ensure up to 50% win rate. Nevertheless, both teams played well. I'm just commenting merely based on my opinion. There's no right or wrong, because even I myself is struggling to play this game well.